What's up guys, this is Nick here from Everything Tech, and today we're going to talk about, is the Nexus 5 still worth it even though it came out in 2013 Christmas season. So basically you can pick this phone up for $349 now. I believe you're going to have to find it on third-party retails due to the fact that it's really hard to find on Google Play right now. But anyway, let's get into it. So is it worth it? Well, let's start off with a few quick specs. I'm going to say these really fast because you've probably seen Nexus's reviews and you probably know what the specs are if you're watching a 1 year later review of the Nexus 5. So let's just remind you, you have an 8 megapixel camera on the rear that also shoots in 1080p with optical image stabilization. Pictures were not great, but they were passable. On the front, it was at Power It Up. You're running Android 5.0 Lollipop and you have a 5-inch full HD screen. Now that comes in at 1080p. And it's actually technically 4.95 inches, but Google rounded up to 5 because it's close enough. So if anybody was going to say something about that, I corrected you already. Coming at 445 ppi, you cannot see a single pixel, trust me. Now, on the front, you have a 1.3 megapixel front-facing shooter right here, I believe it is. And then you have a speaker grill right here for talking. As you can see, I'm not sure if you could see right there, but there's a speaker grill right there. And you know, the normal sensors that are hidden behind the black because it's a black phone. Volume rocker on the side right here, which is going to come in a ceramic material, and it feels really nice to touch, and you always know where it's at because that ceramic material is just really sturdy and nice. And then over here you have your SIM card slot, which is a micro SIM for all you people out there who want to pick up this Nexus 5. It is a micro SIM. And another ceramic power button. Now, the feel in the hand, depending on your size of your hand, was really good. It's a very ergonomic phone, not as ergonomic as something like the Moto X right here, but it is very ergonomic. And for my hands, I got pretty big hands. It feels really nice in the hands. And for most people, I don't think this is going to be too much of an issue because it's not a huge phone or something huge like a e-reader or a tablet or something in that, you know, situation where it's just really big. So performance, ever since Lollipop, there's been some bugs, but overall, the material design is really nice and it's just a really snappy experience. And the Nexus 5 has remained very quick. And I mean very, very quick. Now, one problem with the Nexus 5, if you're a heavy user, the battery life is going to be a problem. Because, I say this because battery life on the Nexus 5 is like a 3-hour screen on time, 3 to 4 hour. So if you're using your phone heavily, that's going to go by really quickly. So just beware that the battery life is not the best. But if you go down to display, then you go to adaptive brightness right here. Now watch, it's going to really dim the screen. That will save you a ton of battery life. Now going back, there's also, if you go into battery, if you go up here to settings, a battery saver mode, which is going to turn the top and bottom orange. And you see right there on the top and bottom, it's orange now, and that also saves a lot of battery. So you could eke out probably 5 hours on screen time if you keep it all the way down and you do some battery saving features. But really, people these days want to use their phones, and who really wants to not use the best features of the Nexus 5? Now, what I do like about the Nexus 5 is it does have a nice, really high brightness. So outdoors, visibility is pretty easy to see. Colors are a little bit muted on the phone, but as a whole, the screen looks pretty darn good. A little bit washed out from the angles. I wouldn't call this the best, but it's by far not the worst. But overall, it's a really great phone still. I think it can't go toe to toe with these new phones when it comes to screen quality and storage and things of that nature, and camera quality, not even close. But what it can come close to them is performance. This phone can still handle anything on the Google Play Store. So wrapping this review up, guys, 1 year later on the Nexus 5, should you pick it up? I would say it depends on the kind of person you are. Are you a person who desires budget pricing for a high-end smartphone? Basically, you don't want to spend $600–700, and you don't need necessarily the latest and greatest. Plus, you also like stock Android without any extra bells and whistles, just the way Google intended it. If you're that kind of person, this phone is definitely for you. Now, somebody who desires a great camera, wants to be not the latest and greatest in software, but in hardware, which means the body, the camera, you know, the actual physical dimensions of the phone, then this phone is not for you because this is a 2013 phone and it has a nice matte back on the black one. The white one's not as grippy as this one, but it's still a plastic, so it feels really light. It feels almost toy-like, I would have to say. The Nexus 5 does not have the same build quality as its predecessor, the Nexus 4. But if that's the kind of person you are who desires nice new hardware that doesn't look dated, then this phone is probably not for you. But if you don't care about any of that, then this is going to be the phone for you. Overall, I would say if it was me, I would stick with the Nexus 5. This is not my current phone. I'm currently using a Moto X because I like the ergonomics of it. But I would say this is a great buy for someone who just wants banging performance with solid camera and pretty much solid hardware all the way around. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this review, please leave a thumbs up, as it ensures me to know that you guys want to see more content like this, and it really helps the channel out a lot. And I'm happy you guys came to see this video. If you're going to pick up a Nexus 5, leave in a comment down below. I want to know if this is a phone that you still desire. Or do you want something new or different? Let me know what phone you guys want to pick up this holiday season. And anyway, guys, have a great day. Deuces.